Welcome to this module on the fundamentals of large language models. In this lesson, we'll explore how large language models, or LLMs, understand prompts and generate intelligent responses. You'll learn the complete journey of a prompt from the moment you type it, through tokenization, embeddings, transformer layers, attention mechanisms, and next token prediction. We'll also discover why prompt structure is so important, and how writing clear, well-structured prompts leads to more accurate and useful AI responses. Let's get started and uncover how modern AI really works behind the scenes. By the end of this lesson, you'll have a clear understanding of how large language models work behind the scenes. We'll begin by exploring the basic architecture of an LLM and the key components that make it intelligent. Next, we'll trace the complete journey of a prompt, from the moment it is entered until the AI generates a response. You'll also learn how the attention mechanism helps the model focus on the most relevant parts of your prompt when producing an answer. Finally, we'll see why prompt structure matters and how writing clear, well-organized prompts leads to more accurate, relevant, and reliable AI outputs. Let's take a look at how a large language model processes every prompt you enter. The process begins with the user prompt, which is the instruction or question you provide to the AI. Next comes tokenization, where the prompt is broken down into smaller units called tokens. These tokens may represent words, parts of words, or punctuation, making the text easier for the model to process. The tokens are then converted into embeddings. Embeddings transform text into numerical vectors, allowing the model to capture the meaning and relationships between words, rather than just treating them as plain text. These embeddings are passed through multiple transformer layers. This is where the model performs its core reasoning. Using the attention mechanism, it analyzes the context, identifies relationships between different parts of the prompt, and understands what the user is asking. Finally, the model performs output generation. It predicts the most likely next token repeatedly until it produces a complete, coherent, and contextually relevant response. Every interaction with a large language model follows this same pipeline, making each stage essential for generating accurate and meaningful AI responses. The first stage in the LLM pipeline is the user prompt. Everything begins when a user types a question, instruction, or request into the AI system. This prompt tells the model what information is needed and provides the context for the conversation. At this point, the input is still plain text. The AI has not yet analyzed or interpreted its meaning. It simply receives the prompt and prepares it for processing. For example, if a user enters, "Explain cloud computing for beginners," the model first accepts this input before moving to the next stage of the pipeline. Although this step may seem simple, the quality of the prompt plays a major role in the quality of the final response. A clear and specific prompt gives the model better guidance, leading to more accurate and relevant results. Once the prompt is received, the next step is tokenization. During this stage, the AI breaks the text into smaller pieces called tokens. A token may be a whole word, part of a word, a number, or even a punctuation mark. For example, the prompt, "Explain cloud computing for beginners." After tokenization, the AI converts every token into a numerical representation called an embedding. Think of an embedding as a set of numbers that captures the meaning of a word rather than just its spelling. Words with similar meanings, such as car and vehicle, have embeddings that are close together. This helps the model recognize relationships, context, and intent between different words. Instead of reading plain text, the transformer now processes these embeddings to understand what the user is really asking. Now the embeddings enter the transformer layers, which are the core of a large language model. Here, every token is analyzed together, not one at a time. Using the attention mechanism, the model identifies relationships between words, understands context, follows instructions, and determines which parts of the prompt are most important. This deep contextual understanding enables the AI to generate responses that are accurate, coherent, and relevant to the user's request. The attention mechanism is what makes modern large language models so powerful. Instead of treating every word equally, the model identifies which parts of the prompt are most important for the current task. It gives more focus to key instructions, important keywords, and relevant context, while assigning less attention to less important information. This selective focus helps the AI understand the user's intent and generate responses that are accurate, relevant, and context-aware. Once the model understands the prompt, it begins generating the response one token at a time. For each step, the AI predicts the next most likely token based on the context, previous tokens, and the user's instructions. After selecting one token, it repeats the process again and again until the complete response is generated. This rapid sequence of next token predictions is what allows large language models to produce fluent, natural, and coherent text. The quality of an AI's response depends heavily on how the prompt is written. A well-structured prompt gives the model a clear direction and reduces confusion. First, a clear objective helps the model understand exactly what you want to achieve. Next, key instructions highlight the most important requirements, allowing the model to focus on critical details. A structured prompt also creates less ambiguity, reducing conflicting signals and improving consistency. As a result, the AI produces better responses that are more accurate, relevant, and focused on your intended outcome. Let's compare a basic prompt with an improved prompt. The basic prompt simply says, "Explain artificial intelligence." While this gives the AI a topic, it doesn't specify the audience, level of detail, or expected format. As a result, the response may be too broad or inconsistent. Now look at the improved prompt. Explain artificial intelligence to a beginner using simple language and one real-world example. This prompt clearly defines the audience, writing style, and expected output. The lesson is simple. The more specific and structured your prompt is, the more focused, useful, and relevant the AI's response will be. To get the best results from any large language model, follow a few simple best practices. Be clear and specific about what you want the AI to do. Provide enough context so the model understands the situation. Define your target audience, whether it's beginners, professionals, or technical users. Specify the desired output format, such as a list, table, summary, or step-by-step guide. Finally, avoid conflicting instructions, as they can confuse the model and reduce the quality of the response. Following these practices will help you create prompts that produce accurate, relevant, and consistent results. Let's recap the key concepts from this module. First, remember that large language models process every prompt through multiple sequential stages, from tokenization and embeddings to transformer layers and response generation. Second, the attention mechanism helps the model focus on the most important instructions and context within your prompt. Third, AI generates responses one token at a time, predicting the next most likely token until the complete answer is formed. Finally, never underestimate the importance of prompt structure. Clear, well-organized prompts consistently produce more accurate, relevant, and higher quality responses. By understanding these fundamentals, you'll be able to write better prompts and get far more effective results from any large language model. Let's bring everything together with 6 simple principles of effective prompt engineering. Be specific and clear about what you want. Provide enough context so the AI understands the situation. Define your audience to match the right level and tone. Specify the output format, whether it's a list, table, summary, or report. Avoid conflicting instructions that can confuse the model. And finally, iterate and refine your prompts. Small improvements often lead to significantly better results. Think of prompting as giving instructions to a skilled colleague. The clearer, more contextual, and more precise your instructions are, the better the AI's response will be. That brings us to the end of this module on the fundamentals of large language models. We've explored how LLMs process prompts, how attention and token prediction work, and why well-structured prompts produce better results. With this foundation, you're now ready to apply these concepts and write more effective prompts for real-world AI applications. Thank you for learning with the London School of Emerging Technology. We look forward to seeing you in the next module.
We hope you enjoyed this video. Ready to take your AI skills to the next level? Enroll in our self-paced Prompt Engineering Mastery Beginner to Advanced course and learn how to create powerful AI prompts using ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, and more. Build industry-ready prompt engineering skills, explore real-world AI workflows, and stay ahead in the AI revolution, all at your own pace. Use coupon code to get 15% off today. Scan the barcode or visit the course page now to start your journey into prompt engineering.